Raleigh Mohawks. The whisper went around on December 16th, 1773, Boston Harbor a teapot tonight. Everyone who heard the whisper looked out over the water. Three British ships laden with 90,000 pounds of tea were riding peacefully at anchor. After the Boston Massacre, Parliament had repealed the Townshend Acts, except for the tax on tea. Tea was the only British product that the Americans still refused to buy. Their boycott had helped drive the British East India Company, which imported the tea, to the verge of bankruptcy. So the British Prime Minister, Lord North, had granted the British East India Company a monopoly on the American tea trade. If Americans had no other choice, he thought, they would give up and buy British tea. Americans were outraged. If Britain could grant a monopoly on tea, she could grant monopolies on everything the colonies needed. After a fiery protest meeting, a group of colonists dressed up as Indians. They disguised their faces with coal dust and paint, stuck feathers in their hats, and marched two by two down to the waterfront. At the wharf, they divided into three groups and boarded the tea ships. The sailors handed over the keys to the holds without a fight, and the Indians got to work. They hoisted the heavy chest of tea on deck, split each one open, and dumped the loose tea overboard. Then they slipped away. When the sun rose the next morning, piles of tea could be seen floating on the tide. This incident became known as the Boston Tea Party. A song about it was sung throughout the colonies. Raleigh Mohawks, bring out your axes, and tell King George we'll pay no taxes on his foreign tea.